Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, good day. Yeah, I know I look like a bit of a fucking mess right now. It's because I woke up and immediately had to do some errands, so that's what we're doing right now. Anyways, topic of today's video is you need to have something. Like, you just need to have something to do. And it may seem very surface level, very like, oh yeah, of course you fucking do. But this is what I mean. In my opinion, the highest ideal humans can strive for is fulfillment. Not happiness, not contentment, not none of that. It's fulfillment. If you're truly fulfilled by what you do, you will live a good life. You will live a great, happy life. I think if you were fulfilled, you're more likely to be happy than if you were just happy, being more likely to be fulfilled. Did that make sense? I hope you understood what I was trying to say. Basically, your chances of being happy increase when you're fulfilled, but not vice versa. If you're happy, that does not mean that you're fulfilled. You could be happy for any fucking reason, but you can only be fulfilled for a certain amount of reasons. Straight up. So as people, I can speak only from the male perspective. I can understand the woman perspective, the female perspective. I think their highest ideal is fulfillment as well, but it comes in the form of, having kids and nurturing these kids and basically nurturing the next generation. But with guys, it's a little bit different. I think guys, our fulfillment comes from our work, our discipline, stuff like that. Like if you see a guy and all he does is play video games and I don't know, what do guys do? I don't fucking know. But if you see a guy who's always doing that shit, I bet you like millions of dollars, honestly. I'll bet thousands, I'll bet whatever, that he is not happy, he is not fulfilled. And if he were to change his life, like if he were to do what would fulfill him, if he were to gain a discipline like boxing, or if he were to start drawing, or if he were to you can get fulfillment through work. So, go to school and go do this. He would be way happier in that situation than he is in the situation that he's in. Because those video games aren't really doing much for him. Yeah, he'll be happy, or he'll feel happy in the moment, but that's really just the dopamine rushing through your system, making you feel like a fucking crack addict. That's not true happiness. Nor is it contentness, unless person is truly content with just playing video games. There's only a small percentage of people, and I don't even think they exist. I genuinely don't think they exist, but from what it shows, there's really a small, very, very, very minuscule amount of people that can actually be content from just doing menial things like that. And I'm not saying everybody has to strive for the ultimate greatness in whatever they do, or they have to do something so fucking great and blah 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 blah. I'm not saying you gotta do all that. What I'm saying is you gotta find something that will make you content. Oh wait, 5-0. Pigs. Got 3 pigs parked right next to each other. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Honestly, quick little thing. Fuck the 5-0. Don't ever talk to the feds. Don't ever do it. Don't associate with them. They're fucking trash. They're like, how do I put this? They're like the gatekeepers of the New World Order, basically. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it at that. But yeah, you have to find contentness. Like, it could be with anything, like I've stated. It just has to be something that you can progress in and you can see your progress. Because if you're doing a discipline that you can never see your progress in it, one, you're less likely to be fulfilled, because there's no way of you being even fulfilled. Like, there's no way you could be fulfilled, because you won't see that you're progressing. You won't see that you're getting better. There's no progress report. There's none of that. So you have to find something that you can gauge the like where you are. You have to and it has to be something that meets the intersect point of difficulty and engagement. Like, it has to be difficult enough for you to engage in it and get into that flow state, but it can't be too difficult where it off puts you, and then you're like, fuck, like, oh, I'll never get to this level, blah 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 blah. You know that bullshit. So it has to be at that nice intersection point. And everybody has a different intersection point. Meaning, everybody has a different point at which something becomes too difficult for them to truly engage themselves in and get into that flow state and progress meaningfully. Everybody has a different area, or it has a different spot for that. But you still have a point, and you have to find that point. Because if you don't find that point, you'll never reach fulfillment. The happiest people in the world are people who are the most fulfilled. Not because they're just happy. They're happy because they're fulfilled. Like, you ever heard of the people who like just have kids, and then the kids become their entire lives, but they look so happy and so like stress-free well, maybe not stress-free because fucking kids, but they look so happy every time you see them because they're truly fulfilled by that, you know? That's what I'm saying. Or like the person who's so consumed by his work, and I'm not talking about like the toxic consumption of work where like actually, I'm not even gonna get into that. I don't know if there necessarily is a toxic consumption of work. I'm just a young buck doing my thing. I don't have the answers to everything. But what I do have the answers to is there will be guys who will get so involved in their work, and then that becomes their life, and they're so fulfilled by it, and they're so like, this is who they are, and this is the best version of themselves. Them completely in their work. And it's fair. It's fair for everyone. Everyone has that different thing that fulfills them to a point where nothing else can fulfill them. For some people, it's work. For some people, it's creating things, like creating artwork and all that. For other people, it's more of a physical discipline. It's they could play basketball, they could box, they could play soccer, swimming, you know, even ping pong, table tennis. They could do all that. Everybody has that something that they need to just find and work on. And it could be multiple things. It doesn't have to be one thing. I say one thing because you need to start somewhere. Like, there needs to be a start in order for you to get into the world of fulfillment. Because fulfillment is not something that just comes to everyone, you know? Especially in modern days, because modern days, our society isn't so connected with each other. Like, yeah, we have the internet that connects us at a rate that we've never been connected. Yeah, sure. But on an interpersonal level, we're not really as connected as we would have, because the whole village would have known each other, you know? It would have started with the street. The whole street knows each other, and then the streets, you know, multiple streets start to, you know, convene, and then they become a village, and then the whole village becomes this nice little community, and everybody knows each other. Everybody keeps each other accountable. Everybody just, you know, works for the betterment of that community. We don't really fucking have that anymore. I can go outside. I don't fucking know my neighbor. Like, who the fuck is that guy? Like, I'm so dead ass. Like, I just don't know these people. And that's one of the problems, because there's no accountability. Like, it has to all, life today is all self-accountability. It's not, there's none of that community accountability where the community will help you out. Nope. So this is what I'm saying. Fulfillment will not come easy. You have to go out and strive for it. You have to go out and find it. But the thing is, it's so worth it, because that is it's the closest to self-actualization you can get without being self-actualized. And I would argue that people who are the most fulfilled in life are the most self-actualized, because they found the thing about themselves in which they can fully give themselves to. And I'm not talking about another person, unless, you know, it's a mother who's fully fulfilled by her child, blah, 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 blah. But when you find that thing that you can fully give your life to, you will know exactly what I mean. You are fulfilled. It could even be getting that bread. You could be fulfilled by getting that bread. I mean, I don't necessarily think, actually, let me take that back, because anytime people get that bread, it's not that they're fulfilled, because they always want more. There's always this hunger, you know? There's always the drive to get more. She had a nice piece of ass, I can't lie. There's always this drive, this hunger, this determination to get more, because once you get like $1 million, you realize $1 million really ain't shit. Like, you need more. And that's because, you know, we're in the system that requires you to constantly get more, because, you know, the U.S. government, they, you know, at the start of COVID, they produced like trillions of dollars in new money, and basically they've sunk the value of the dollar. So $1 million today isn't $1 million what $1 million was before. So when you get to these landmarks, you realize, fuck no, like this isn't what I thought it was. I have to keep going. I have to keep getting money, because inflation really is only going up, and there's gonna be a point where we're separated as people. We're separate, like we're just gonna be separated. There already is the upper, the middle, and the lower class. We have that, but there's gonna be a point where it's just upper class and lower class. There's gonna be no middle. The destruction of the middle class is already happening. So we're gonna get to a point where you either are rich and can do what you want, or you're suffering and you're poor. All I'm gonna say is you gotta choose which one you want to do. And a good way to get rich, and not rich in just possessions, but rich in life, rich in inner spirit, rich in fulfillment, is to get something that can fulfill you. You know, it's to get this discipline. Just work on something. Find what it is you like to do and keep doing that. And when you become a master at that, after, you know, years of hard work at what you do, you will be so fulfilled it won't even be funny. You will just be, and you'll know when you are. Anyways, I gotta keep running errands, and I'm getting close to my spot. So yeah, I'm checking out. I hope y'all heard me. Have a good one.